A kid at the park ran up to my husband and said, "Daddy, you forgot your other phone at our house. We don't know this child." I watched my husband's face turn completely white as this little girl with pigtails tugged on his jacket sleeve. She looked about 5 years old with big brown eyes and a gap-toothed smile. "Who is this?" I asked, looking between them. The girl giggled. "I'm Peyton, silly. Daddy, why is this lady here?" My husband stammered something incomprehensible while I felt the ground shift beneath my feet. Our own daughter was sitting on the swings 20 feet away, completely unaware that her father apparently had another child. "Sweetheart, I think you have the wrong person," my husband said, his voice cracking. The little girl's face scrunched up. "No, I don't. You're my daddy. You were just at our house yesterday." A woman came running over looking panicked. She grabbed the little girl's hand and started apologizing profusely. "I'm so sorry. She just ran off. Peyton, we talked about this." But then the woman looked at my husband and her face changed. Recognition flashed in her eyes, followed immediately by terror. "We need to go," she said quickly, pulling the child away. "Wait," I called out. "How does your daughter know my husband?" The woman walked faster. My husband grabbed my arm. "Let's just go home. This is clearly a misunderstanding." I followed the woman to her car while she tried to buckle a confused Peyton into her car seat. "Please," I said. "I need to know what's going on." The woman turned with tears streaming down her cheeks. "I didn't know he was married. I swear I didn't know. He told me he was divorced." The world stopped spinning. "How long?" I whispered. 6 years. Peyton just turned 5. I did the math. We had been married for 12 years. Our daughter was 10. He had been living a double life for half our marriage. I walked back to where my husband stood frozen. Our daughter noticed something was wrong and was walking toward us looking worried. "Mommy? Daddy? What's happening?" I looked at my husband and saw a stranger wearing his face. "Take Lily home," I said calmly. "I need to think. Please let me explain," he begged. "There's nothing to explain. You have another daughter, a whole other family. What could you possibly say?" My husband drove away with our daughter, and I sat on a park bench feeling like my entire life had been a lie. The other woman approached slowly and sat beside me. Her name was Gemma. She told me everything. They had met at a conference when Peyton was conceived. He had told her he was divorced with no kids. He visited them every other weekend claiming work trips. He paid for their apartment, bought Peyton birthday presents, attended her dance recitals. He had been father of the year to a child I didn't know existed. I went home and found my husband sitting in the dark living room. Lily was asleep upstairs. "How could you do this?" I asked. He didn't have a good answer. Something about falling in love with two people. Something about getting in too deep to get out. I filed for divorce the next week. During the proceedings, Gemma and I discovered even more lies. He had taken out a second mortgage on our house to pay for their apartment. He had missed Lily's school plays for Peyton's birthday parties. The judge was not sympathetic. My husband lost everything. The house went to me. He was ordered to pay child support for both daughters, which left him broke. Gemma and I started talking regularly after the divorce. Not about him, but about our girls. They were half-sisters after all. It felt wrong to keep them apart because their father was a liar. Last month, we arranged for Lily and Peyton to meet for the first time. They became instant best friends. They have the same laugh and the same way of tilting their heads when thinking. Now we do monthly dinners together. 2 moms, 2 daughters, 0 fathers present. Lily asked me once why Daddy had another family. I told her sometimes grown-ups make terrible choices and hurt people they love. She thought about it, then said, "Well, at least I got a sister out of it." Watching them chase each other around laughing, something beautiful grew from something ugly. And that is the best revenge. My ex-husband calls sometimes asking to see the girls. We let him have supervised visits once a month. He shows up looking defeated. The man who once juggled 2 families now struggles to maintain a relationship with either daughter. Lily told me she doesn't hate him but doesn't trust him. Peyton barely remembers when he lived with them. Children are perceptive. They know when someone has betrayed their family. Gemma and I have become closer than sisters. Our daughters are growing up together, building a new bond that lasts.